Hi, welcome to RMSM Studio. My name is Rama and I'm here to share my ARE journey and share any tips or tricks I've learned along the way in terms of the architecture registration exam. So in this video, we're going to go over best places to study for the ARE exams. This is going to be sort of really short and sweet, going into the places that you should look into and also places that you should avoid. Let me start with the places you should avoid. So first, overall, just avoid any place with lots of distractions. So bedrooms are usually a big no, and they can be distracting specifically because they are so comfortable. You want to be comfortable in your study space, but definitely not too comfortable. So the bedrooms are usually the place that you want to avoid, especially if you're doing late night studying, because that can just turn into bedtime immediately. And you also want to avoid places that are too social. Coffee shops can be good in that they're sort of active and give you like the white noise, but you don't want to be in some place that's so overly social that you're actually distracted. Or if you're going to that place with like your friends who might not be studying, chances are you're not going to get much studying done. And also try and limit your distractions in terms of digital distractions such as emails or phones, and try and really find a place that's comfortable and well organized. You should really have your own desk set up if you can get one, maybe at your house, maybe at your office, wherever you decide that you want to start your studying. Try and make sure that your desk is laid out nicely, you have all the things that you need, so you're not constantly getting up to get the thing that you're missing or the textbook that you need. Everything should be there and easily available for you. So getting into the best places to study for the ARE exam. So number one is libraries and public reading rooms if they're available. I really love libraries. I'm a huge book nerd, so libraries are definitely sort of my go-to place to find a nice quiet space. And libraries often have reading rooms, dedicated quiet spaces where you can go to study. Also, if you have a study group, you can use the library meeting rooms to meet together in person and go over the different ARE content. But you can also, rent the meeting rooms and just use them to study by yourself if you really need that, complete level of, quiet and distraction-free environment. The meeting rooms in libraries can be very helpful. And number two, I kind of mentioned coffee shops earlier. I really sort of like the white noise that coffee shops provide. I actually have a website, I think it's called Coffeetivity, where it sort of generates the sounds of a coffee shop in the background. And I really like it if I'm not in a coffee shop. Number three on our list is commutes. So commutes are very relaxing ways to sort of study, and it really allows you to sort of use alternative media. I really like using my driving commute for videos that I kind of use like audiobooks, sort of like the Shiv Harden lectures. If you just use the audio there, you can listen to it for hours at a time if you have a really long commute. And also some other videos like the ones I have in my YouTube playlist, which you can see here, can be very helpful to use in sort of like an audiobook format. So I really like listening to, longer videos. I normally aim for the 30-minute to an hour long. That way you don't have to worry about constantly changing the video. Videos that are very helpful for this are like the ones from the CSI YouTube channel. Number four is the park. So I really like being out in nature. I feel like it gives a nice break to, just being stuck indoors for days at a time with the study process. I really felt like I wasn't getting any time outside at all. So I really like taking, especially my Kindle, to the park and taking that time to study. Again, very distraction-free environment as long as you're going sort of by yourself. And like finding a nice space, like maybe a bench, or maybe you can bring your own chair and, just reading outside. I think I was actually like sitting next to a stream with my chair while I was reading like Fundamentals of Building Construction, that huge book. And it was, very relaxing and sort of a great way to get out of that same routine of just being stuck inside all day or all night, depending on when you study. And number 5, bookstores can be really great. Some of them have cafes in them, but normally they do have some nice reading spaces, and those can be great for, maybe shorter stints of studying, like maybe just an hour instead of trying to study for 3 hours. So those can definitely be very quiet environments, very relaxing. And last but not least are offices and conference rooms. I think I did a video already on, how offices can support ARE test takers, and one of the things I mentioned was, creating study spaces for test takers. But, if your office doesn't have that already, you can actually create that for yourself. I found that I did a lot of really great studying in one of the meeting rooms in my office, where I'd reserve it and just use it for studying. And it's a very distraction-free environment, very sort of relaxing. And also I gather all my study materials there, so it'd be sort of like a one-stop shop for me, where I'd go like during lunch, study for an hour, and then go back to my work. So it really does help break up the monotony of just only studying at my house and only at night, so it actually gives you a chance to study during the day. And having all the materials in one space can be helpful. I think I brought some of my own materials from home as well, and not just the sort of materials that my office already had. So finding those spaces within your office can be great in order to sort of grab quick study sessions. So that was my list of places you can study for the ARE. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any additional recommendations in the chat below, and as always, happy studying, guys.